Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how we're going to model this cover plate with some notches that could receive some decorated legs. Mine's a very simple leg so that you guys can be inspired to create something more aesthetic and suitable to your theme. So I found out that our lamp weights, our concrete weights, are actually going to be used inverted. So we don't need to create that tapered leg design to fit around. But we are going to make sure that the cover, the top part of the cover fits around this, the wider part of our weight. So here we go. Let's go to new and a new part design. And we're going to start a new sketch on this plane here. And we're going to start with a circle. There we go. And so I'm going to give a 10 mil allowance on either side of our circle, which is already 110. So I'm going to make this 130. I type 130 and then I press enter. All right. So next up, we're going to create our notches. Now I'm going to intentionally draw this not centered because sometimes it can lock to center and then be a little bit difficult to position. So I'm just going to draw it somewhere up here, but not in the perfect place. Now this is our notch out, which you're going to make a choice. Is it going to be 3 millimeters or is it going to be 6 millimeters with double layered plywood? So I'm going to keep things simple and go with 3. So firstly, the depth of my notch out needs to be a reasonable depth so that it's strong. I'm going to choose 7 millimeters. So I type 7 and then I press tab and then I type 3 for the width of the plywood and enter. All right. So now we're going to use our dimension tool to position this notch out where we want it to go. So I'm going to start by getting it centered. So I'm going to work off this center point here and I'm going to click this outer edge right here. Okay, now I've clicked those 2 points and you can see the inference popping up there. Now it's not live yet, so I need to actually click for a 3rd time and then it's going to come live so I can edit it. Well, we want it to sit perfectly on this center line here. So we're going to halve the length or this width of the material. So it's going to be 1.5 millimeters. Press enter. Alrighties. So that's our first one. You can see it's centered there. Now our next dimension, we're going to go from center. And this time I'm going to just zoom in to make sure I select the right part. So I make sure that I'm clicking in the middle of our notch out there. Okay. And so if we think about our 7 millimeters and our total distance, so let me see, 130 divided by 2 is going to give us 65, and then 65 minus 7 is going to give us 58. All right. So I'm going to click there and 58, press enter. All right. So we're almost there. We are centered and we're in position. Great. All right. Just going to zoom back out now. All right. So the next thing that we need to do is we're going to repeat this object around the circle for however many legs that you want to create. All right. So that process is called a circular pattern. So we're going to go to the create menu. Oh, hang on. First we'll select it. So I'm just going to go in and zoom in here and make sure that I've got my my little rectangle here selected. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and I'm going to go to create menu and circular pattern. Alrighty, and I've got my 4 objects selected already. We then need to select our center point. So I'm going to click the center of our circle. Alrighty. Now here we've got the distribution is full. That means they're going to radiate around the entire circle. And then we have to say how many we want. So I might say I want 10 legs. Alrighty. And then we're going to press OK. And that, people, is how it's done. So I can now press Finish Sketch. And I'll go to Extrude. And just click on this center point here. I'm just going to move this up here. So we're going to say operation needs to be new body, and our distance is going to be 3. Alrighty, and should be able to press OK, and that's all done. Thanks for watching. Hope that was helpful.